It is clearly a gorgeous day today, but 25 years ago, September 3rd was much different. Hurricane Fran slammed into our state's southern coast.
But unlike most tropical systems that affect North Carolina, the worst damage in this storm was to the Triangle. Debra Morgan and David Crabtree, who covered the storm back then, take a look back 25 years later.
Rain bands are here now, fairly solid.
And the early live shots when the bands of rain began coming in, we were in and around Wrightsville Beach.
The eye of the storm is still about 2.5 to 3 hours away. But all of a sudden, the winds have kicked up to 75 to 80 miles an hour.
Fran was beginning to make landfall. I'd never felt a storm come in. I was so mesmerized by the sound, by the fury, by rain falling horizontally, and by seeing the great power of God all at one time.
We started doing a live shot actually right over here.
Debra, you've been out in Raleigh tonight, and it's rough out there.
I was right here in this breezeway.
Is just toppling these trees over and causing a lot of damage.
There were trees down everywhere, so it was really hard to navigate.
Here in downtown Raleigh, wind gusts up to 71 miles per hour whipped through the deserted streets.
It felt like a different place.
And so much water was on Hillsborough Street that it forced an ambulance to turn around.
And that's when the rain started really coming. All of a sudden, it felt like we are in the middle of a hurricane.
That would be a pretty strong wind gust right there. Man.
Hard to hang on in this.
Until that time, I'd never experienced hurricane-strength winds right here in Raleigh.
That's what everybody should do, just stay inside.
People told us we were their lifeline because that was the way that we were able to communicate and tell them what was happening without them having to leave their homes and to be in danger.
Many of the beachfront cottages and condominiums are gone.
When we finally were able to ride in with the National Guard, we were riding along bumps on the road. Well, those bumps were rooftops of houses.
Residents of Wrightsville Beach know Fran could have been even more of a killer.
It was absolutely heartbreaking to see something with as much beautiful beach just decimated.
It really helps lift everybody up, seeing people helping other people and lending a hand.
One of the things I also remember in the days after were the people who were coming out to help each other.
It's gonna make me cry, it's wonderful.
Fran sure helped us pull together.
We all tried to be there for each other to make it through.
People helping people.
You can't beat neighbors like this.
It was definitely one of the worst times all of us had experienced, but it brought out the best in people.
And we know many of you have your own recollections of that day. Hurricane Fran caused $2.4 billion in damage in North Carolina. Because of that extensive damage, the name was retired in the spring of '97.
Wow, first time really seeing those images. That was incredible. What a story.